It's a fun day because you get there early in the morning, you clean your car, tires, rims, you open your trunk, you open your hood, you drop your top if you have a convertible. And then after that comes the good part. The thing about lowriding, it's a car that's been lowered and it's got lowrider rims and it could also have street low rims. Now, lowrider is considered a lowrider by being low and having hydraulics. A hydraulic is made up of pumps. It takes two pumps to do your front and your back. My name is Pete Ramirez. I'm a member of Low Creations Car Club. My first car was a 1964 Impala. I named her Rosie. My second car was a 79 Lincoln. I went to the painter and I said, I want old style paints, like back in the 70s, 80s, and 90s.
You will not see two identical lowriders because every paint job is different. And I mean, there's millions of lowriders now around the world.
We all unconsciously choose a particular color that we're attracted to. And I have a theory that our attraction to that color is what our unconscious is wanting in order to heal itself.
We turn it into a piece of art that reflects our culture. It is a form of resistance.
Back in the day in San Francisco, let's say in the 70s, there was a big crackdown on lowriders, right? It was forbidden to cruise Mission Street on Sundays. At the same time, white kids were street racing on the Great Highway, but that wasn't criminalized. I'm Alejandro Murguia, and I've been accused of being a poet, and I'm here in Balmy Alley in the heart of the Mission District. It is just this whole hysteria that has been created about people of color.
Across the city on the west side, all the kids, mostly white, were racing for pink slips and nobody ever bothered them.
It wasn't considered legal by the police department, so we would always get pulled over and get tickets. All they had to do was know we were coming and they pull us over.
The marching orders that the sergeant was writing every Friday and Saturday night. He's like, go out there, the street belongs to us, get rid of these Mexicans. And it didn't stop me from cruising. And I landed up getting arrested 113 times for cruising. And I got beat up 3 times.
On Mission Street, there are like no left turns because they didn't want us there. They like tried to set up policies that would keep us from cruising. My name is Valerie Tulia-Lewa. I grew up in the Mission District when lowriding culture was just being introduced to San Francisco. Lowriding and cruising is like water. You try to contain water, but eventually this water is going to find an outlet. And that's what they used to do. They used to try to contain us. They would put roadblocks where we would have to turn off. But like water, we would just turn off and start flowing somewhere else, right? You can't get rid of us.
We were all being harassed and racially profiled, so we went to trial. My name's Roberto Hernandez, and I'm the president and founder of the San Francisco Lowrider Council. We knew we had a solid case. I started getting us organized so that we could document discrimination and the brutality of the police department here in our community. And eventually we went to the mayor, we went to the board of supervisors, we went to the police commission. A couple of cops just lost it in court. They just got really angry and pointing at us. They hated me. The city attorney, he wanted to give us $25,000 each, and I said nope. He came back and offered us $100,000. I said nope. And then finally he passed me a piece of paper and a pen and said, write a number. So we came up with a 2-page demands. And so we gave it to him and he came back. We landed up winning. I cried. It's just so much fucking pain, and I got traumatized, you know what I'm saying? And for years, anytime a cop would be behind me, I had this like, oh shit, they're gonna pull me over. Most important for us was we got the right to cruise.
I think people can really relate to taking a drive in the country and you put your favorite song on and you cruise on these long, windy roads. Hi, my name is David Escobar and I'm a PhD. A lot of the folks that are lowriding are not gang members. They may look like gang members because there's tattoos involved and part of the cultural aspects, right, of lowriding. And their shades and they look, you know, some of us, you know, when I put my shades on and I got my tank top on and my tats are showing, they're like, oh my God, is he a gangster?
There's a myth of the individual, that the individual does everything, but it's a terrible myth, right? No problems in the world have been solved by one person. So the fact that we believe in community is what gives us strength and what keeps us together while the rest of the society becomes fragmented into little individuals that have no power. But a community together always has power.
So Carnaval is a place, it's a multiracial, multi-ethnic, big, huge celebration. Almost any parade in San Francisco always has lowriders in it now. Carnaval is not just about lowriding, but lowriders are like featured, right? It has become accepted, right? It's part of a culture now.
We've gained the respect. It's recognized as a culture and as an art form. Just to be able to have my car display in the museum, it's like, I mean, thousands and thousands of people came because they were just like blown away that a lowrider would be inside a museum. And then the other thing is a lowrider stamp. You know, I worked on that for 10 years. Now we're part of history. You know what I'm saying? American history. 5 different lowriders are featured on the stamp. I mean, we're on the books. We're part of history now, you know, American history.